That's what's crazy. This is the only country legitimately where it's up for grabs. Like, that's how a guy like Trump can get in there. I mean, it's a crazy, evil battle, and now people are being prosecuted because of a lot of the things that they tried to do while he was in office the first time. I mean, there's so many cases going on right now that seem to be legitimate. Like, they legitimately... You see the BBC thing? The BBC thing is crazy. The head of BBC had to resign because they took a film of Trump from January 6th, the speech that he gave, and they edited it so something that he said 52 minutes later, they put right after when he said something to make it look like he was trying to get people to go attack people and fight at the Capitol.
And it's not what he said. That to you all the time.
But this one's nuts. This not only is this one nuts, but this one is for a literal president of the greatest country the world's ever known. He's the president, and you're lying about what he said publicly, which is on the internet, which anybody can see. Like, it is the clearest like indication of how that woke shit was rotting people's brains. And is still, but just less. You know what I mean? It was like it was on the march then, and they all felt like they had to go along with it. And so, and by any means necessary, we must make sure that So they decided to paint a different version of what he said, and they're fucked now. They're fucked.
BBC,
60 Minutes did it with the Kamala Harris interview, but they did it the other way. They made it look like she had a good answer, which is like it's so crazy. Like, you guys are supposed to be the news.
Right.
You're not supposed to be the propaganda arm of whatever party you support. This is nuts. This is fucking nuts. And BBC is always like the one you quote when you want to seem smart. I was watching this thing on the BBC. Oh, yeah. Dude, you watch the BBC? You must be fucking smart.
And PBS. I mean, that used to be what I considered like school. Like, that's like, the best, the good guys, I guess.
Did you see that PBS lady? She's like, sometimes truth gets in the way of good. They're like, what? No, it doesn't. Truth doesn't get in the way, you fucking crazy asshole. And then they had an interview with her, and they were like asking her questions, like such non-answers. Like, what did you mean by this? Are you do you guys lean in one way or another, ideologically or politically? And there's like this circular non-answer dance where you're never a real person. You're not saying, like, thank you, Mr. Senator, for that question. Like, you're not real. You're just trying to get through this session without revealing anything that's going to force you to be sued. And that's in charge of the narrative that we get on TV. And a respected narrative. PBS, very respected. BBC, very respected. Like, because of the past, and it just got infected by zombies. They just made their way through the gates. They just, and they took over the staff.
What's next?
There's a rejection of that, but the scary part is what we usually do is we do something like that, and then we overcorrect, right? And then we go like white nationalists. Fucking, we're all Christian. Get rid of the Muslims. You know what I mean? Like, it gets scary when there's like hardcore ideological conflict because people push back. Oh, you want to know what a bitch is? I'll show you a fucking bitch, right? That's what happens. You cannot call me a bitch? Okay, motherfucker, it's on. And then that's what people are doing on the left and the right, and the ultimate expression of that is obviously Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk gets shot, and people are celebrating. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. You want people to die that you disagree with? Like, where are we right now on the scale of 1 to Civil War? Where are we? Are we at 7? Because I thought we were 5. I thought we were like 4 or 5. But after the Charlie Kirk thing, I'm like, oh, we might be like 7. This might be like step 7 on the way to a bona fide civil war. As soon as you start like regular people celebrating somebody getting murdered in front of their wife and kid on television in front of the whole world, as soon as you celebrate that, like, man, you're in dark territory. You're in dark territory. And if the worst thing you could say about that guy is that he said some things I disagree with, and you're celebrating that he got shot in the neck in front of the world, whoa. And you work at an insurance company? This is nuts. And you thought it was okay to say that on Instagram? This is nuts. This is nuts. Like, what are you guys on? Like, what's happening here?
Estrogen pills.
I think it's Adderall.
Adderall.
I think there's a lot of folks out there, high productivity folks, that are on amphetamines.
Yeah.
You're an amphetamine person. you know, which is why they're so mean. Like, amphetamine people are mean. Weed people are like, aw. You know, weed people are like, well, you know, man, like, she's in a bubble, and like the people she's around, they all think it's the right thing to do, that you know, you have the platform and you know it's right. Like, you don't know what's right. I don't know what's right. Nobody knows what's right. The only way you find out what's right is you got to talk to people, and you listen to like their logical arguments about something. And go, oh, okay, yeah, you got a good point. I never thought about it that way. But if you can't do that, then you never figure it out. And if instead of doing that, you decide the other people can't talk, or you make up some facts, or you edit some video together to make it look like somebody said something they totally didn't say. Have you seen it? You seen the like what they edited?
Mm-mm.
Jamie, can you find it real quick, an example of it so we can see it? Because it's so nuts. Like, how did you think you were going to get away with this? But this is what they've fucking done so many times. They did that with that Very Fine People hoax, where they tried to pretend that he was saying that some of the neo-Nazis are very fine people.
Mm.
That is not what he said.
Yeah.
At all. They edited the fucking shit out of that. And then Obama was saying that during the campaign for Kamala Harris. Did he call it white nationalists, very fine people? Like, he's saying that on the campaign trail. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
So, here, play this out.
Down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you. And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
All right, that's the BBC.
To the Capitol.
This is what he actually said.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
54 minutes.
We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
That's crazy.
Crazy. He was literally saying the opposite.
Yeah.
He was calling these senators and congresspeople going to cheer on these brave senators and congresspeople.
That's great. On PBS? That's nuts.
Bro. And by the way, he's being sarcastic. He doesn't want to cheer on the brave senators.
Right.
He wants to scare them with a mob of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real about both
true.
things. Let's be real about both things. But he's also saying they stole the fucking election. And I feel like if you say that, you've got to have some like really good evidence that you could give out. Like if you said to me, if I ran for president and I told you, dude, they stole the election. And you're like, how? I would have an answer. No one has an answer. There's no documentary that's really good. Like no one's like put together like a rock solid, peer-reviewed, paper-supported documentary. This is exactly what happened. This is how they stole the election. We know that you can do this. We know they did this. We know that these things got dropped off. We know it didn't make any sense. We know there's dead people voted. We know there was ballots that were mail-in ballots that were brought in shipments, and all of them were for Biden. And there was thousands of them. They swung vote. Okay, if you have that, then you got to make a fucking documentary, a really good one, and put it out there so everybody can understand it. Because it's crazy that this is 4 years later and people are still saying that. Or you don't want to fix it because you monkey with the elections too. You know? And here, is there evidence of that? Well, I do know that a Republican company, who bought Dominion? Who bought the Dominion voting thing? I believe a GOP supporter bought the voting machines.
Oh, really?
Right. Yeah. Like, hey. So, it's one of two things is going on. Dominion Voting Systems sold to company run by former Republican election official.
What?
Yeah.
It's real sus.
This is where it gets sus. I had Rep Luna on the podcast, and one of the things that she said that was really shocking, she said sometimes they don't want to fix things because they can campaign against them. I was like, what? No. They fundraise against them. No. I was like, no. And then I was like, of course. They don't want to fix it. They want it so that it's us versus them, and you're going to lose your right to whatever it is. Whatever it is. It's just a big old hustle, dude.
It's insane.
It's a big old hustle. Because there's one of two things is going on. Either you don't have any evidence that they stole the election, or you have evidence and you're not telling me. Why would you not tell me?